Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a Miniverse Diner. What series is this? 4? It says 4. It feels like it should be way later than that. But it's the ones with the little panda ice creams. Those look so cute. I found several of these. They do have the pinholes. This one is right above the E in make, and that should be the Meatloaf. So that sounds like a fun one to start with. Let's open it. All right. I have most of this series that I found, but this is the first one that I'm filming. So let's look at the checklist real quick. I'll show you the ones that I know I have for sure. Starting with the rainbow shaved ice, I did find that one. I also found the cream puffs, those look cute. I did find the brick toast. I have not found the sundaes yet. Sundaes. I call them sundaes a lot. Don't come for me. I did not find ice cream taco, but honestly, not that concerned because we already did one that looked just like that, but what was it, blue? So, did find the salad. Love the bowl, that looks really cute. We're starting off with a meatloaf. Look at those little to-go containers. Are you kidding me? That's amazing. And then the tofu. Found several of those. So the only ones then I'm really missing is the ice cream taco, which I may not pick up. But I do want to find these. Those look super cute. Looks like a pretty easy build too. So we do get a table. We have a fancy plate here. It's not too fancy. There's a ring around it. Cute though. It looks pretty big too. We did get a tappable card. So that goes with the app if you have the app on your phone, which I do, so I'll show that at the end. Oh my gosh, our little containers. The meatloaf, it looks like it's already sliced. And then, oh, broccoli. Have we seen broccoli yet? I don't think we have. Those are really cute. They sealed this one. Oh, they sealed both of them. They put a thing around it, I guess, so the lid doesn't come off. What else? Some resin. That is gravy. This is probably a knife, maybe a fork. Ooh. Spoon and a fork. So they did give us 2 utensils. And then mashed potatoes. Am I crazy or were there little labels on these on the checklist? I thought there was. Yeah, there absolutely is. Did I? You always have to check these bags. They either left them out, which isn't as likely, or it's tucked away. Oh, come on, Miniverse. Trying to be on your side here. Trying to give you credit. Did you not give them to me? Or is it in here? I don't think they gave them. Not only did they absolutely not give me these labels, we're supposed to have salt. They didn't give me that either. I think I did get a duplicate container of this one. Normally I return my duplicates, or if I can't return them, I'll try to list them on eBay. I think I might rip it open and see if that one's missing it too. I wonder if this was just a very unlucky package or if that's like a common problem with the meatloaf. I'm gonna investigate. I'm bringing you on this adventure. If you don't care about this part, just skip forward a little bit. Let's see if this one, I'm gonna try to carefully set it off to the side. Looks like the same amount of packages. Of course, I don't know which package it's supposed to be in. Okay, nothing in there. I feel like it should be in with this one because it's only got one thing. Not in there. And then it's like, I don't know what to do. Like, do you return it? Because then I feel, did they not even give a, oh no, the fork's in there, sorry. Because then I feel like they're just gonna toss it because it's incomplete. But the stuff in here is still useful, so I hate to do that. Yeah, must be a common thing. Either those instructions are wrong, which I don't believe, or, huh. Yeah, I mean, I'm not too mad about the salt. Like, I feel like you can literally use actual salt and it probably wouldn't make a difference. But those labels were adorable, and they're definitely not in either of the packages. That's a bummer. I feel like I keep talking about this, but the salt, though it's shown here, does not even include it in the actual instructions, so maybe that's a fluke. I don't know. Again, that's not a big deal, but I wanted those cute labels, but that's fine. So we're just going to put some mashed potatoes on there, add a couple pieces of meatloaf, add the broccoli, and then add the resin. My only issue is there's nothing that goes on the broccoli, and that's not going to be good. At least for my situation, because I let my daughter play with these. Most of them. She has like too many that I've had to start to take away our least favorite ones and repurpose those, get rid of them, whatever. Sometimes we sell some of them on eBay just so her room isn't crazy, because as you can imagine, if you have been subscribed for a while and you've watched all my videos, her room is crazy. Too many. Okay. These are really cute. I could put some clear resin at the bottom and stick the broccoli to it, which I might do. Oh, it already has the sauce on it. See, that's what I thought they were going to give us, was the sauce. And they are all sliced. My favorite part of meatloaf are the end pieces, because they're normally overcooked, and I like overcooked food. I know that might be weird, but me and my brother both like those pieces, and we always steal them whenever there's like Sunday dinner. I always take one and he takes the other end. Okay, probably gonna start with the mashed potatoes, I think. And I'll probably have the gravy go down the side of it, so it kind of fuses it to the table, because this is like that kinetic sand material. And I want it stuck to the plate. I don't want it to come off. So maybe a little mound like that. Should I do that now? I might set that and then work in sections. It's not too big of a deal. Could do it all at once if you wanted, but I didn't look very closely. Do they have it on the meat too? Ew, it looks like they do. I don't put gravy on my meatloaf. I just like the red sauce stuff that's on top. Leave me a comment. Do you put, oh man, it's way over there. I can wipe that off. Do you put gravy on your meatloaf? Or do you just go with the red sauce that's on top? Actually, you know what? Let's scoot that over there. I think that's cute. Having it run down like that. Maybe run down a little on the side too. I want it to come down and touch the plate so it's fused to it. It's kind of making its way there right now. But I'm going to zap that and then we'll do the other parts. And if you've been following me, what was it, the Twizzler video? Twizzler cake that I showed you what I've been doing with all my extra resin. Maybe we'll make a potentially cute vase out of this brownish caramel looking color. So we have the mashed potatoes and the gravy ran, but it stuck to the tray like I wanted it, so won't complain. I gotta decide now how many pieces. Their instructions show 2. Picture shows that there's 3. I feel like the plate's big enough that you kind of want to put a decent amount on it, right? Just gonna arrange it how I want it. I feel like you could even put more. That's probably good. Now I'm debating, should I use red resin to add more of like the red sauce to it and cure it? Or should I do the gravy? I think it's gonna look weird with gravy. I hate decisions, and my daughter's not here to decide for me. Okay, I asked the robot who's in my kitchen if people eat meatloaf with brown gravy on it, and she said yes. Even though that's not how I eat it, I'm gonna add the gravy to it. Again, I don't think I've ever, at least my family, they do not put brown gravy on meatloaf. So I'm gonna put just a little bit that's gonna hang here and then kinda I'm not sure that that looks cute, but we're gonna try to make it look cute. And the goal is always, in my case, to fuse it to the plate so that it can be played with or moved around without stuff falling. But again, not important if you're just putting on a shelf or otherwise displaying it like that. Okay, I'm gonna cure that. While that's curing, this is my seashell vase from the old lifestyle series that I've been making random vases with leftover resin. Do you think it's gonna be gross if I put all of this in there and some of the red? Like red and like a caramel color? Should we find out? I kind of think we should. I don't think I'm gonna need any more of the gravy, so I'm gonna start pouring this in here, and it is thicker, and some of the thicker resin, it can take a long time to make these vases because it doesn't nestle down in those little crevices as well as the real liquidy stuff. But I always do this when the other stuff's curing, so it allows me to be near. And if you let it set for a while, the air bubbles will come up. And this you can see pretty well through the sides, so you can tell if air bubbles are in there, generally speaking. But I've decided to not keep so much leftover resin. And the bulk of what I have now are in these kind of tubs and not like the smaller squeezable ones. So I have a lot of brown and red. So you can kind of see from the side what it's going to look like. I'm going to let that run. And we're going to add some red to it too. Kind of can get a little messy. You can wipe it up before you cure it. And use a toothpick to kind of smear it on the sides, or I've just been naturally just letting it run just to see what it looks like. And they've turned out pretty cool so far. I think, at least. Let's see what shade of red. Oh, this is the real light red. And honestly, I'm not sure how much is in here, but I think I do have other reds. I've been loving doing mainly white and then whatever colored resin I have. That's been very cool to do. So I'll just show you a little bit of this just so you can get the gist of it. I'm not sure how interested you are in watching me make this whole thing because it does take a while. But I did film a while back, I haven't posted it yet, me doing this but making a bunch of technically teacups, but I didn't have the handles, so they look like bowls from the other mold that also is in this series. I will post that. I was kind of keeping it for when, you know how sometimes they go through phases where they're not releasing that much stuff. I was going to post it so I have content during like stuff like that or times like that. So that's why you haven't seen it yet. But I will cut back and I'll show you this at the end. Back to the meatloaf. This is how it's looking so far. I'm just going to place some of the broccoli on there and see how I like it. I do love how they gave us all different sizes though. Very realistic. I might place these one at a time and stick them down with resin, because I do love a ton of broccoli. And I could put the resin over the broccoli, but then it'll look wet. So I have this liquid sugar, it should just be plain white resin. And I'm gonna add just a little to my toothpick. I'm debating how I should do this. I guess I'll just put a little bit over here. I'll just start further out. So maybe right there. And then place, we'll do a big piece of broccoli like that. And then I'll cure that and then just keep building it. So something like that. And I'm just gonna keep going. Gonna put a little bit right there. Maybe add this other piece of broccoli. Even kind of put it on the side like that. I have one more like rather big piece of broccoli, and I think I'm gonna put that right about there. And I face it like that. Well, like that maybe. I was debating flipping some up like that. I might do that with some of the smaller pieces so it looks more realistic. I can't wait to show you the vase. Because I talked a lot of mess about, oh, it's easy to see wherever the air bubbles are. With this one, with the particular colors I'm using, it's actually kind of not. So it'll be interesting to see if there's any air bubbles. I've had just some that have like very minor, trying to see where that was exactly, minor air bubbles that I've just kind of like patched with resin after the fact. So we'll see. It's almost done curing. By the time I'm done adding every broccoli painstakingly, the vase should be done. Actually, we could probably do 2 at a time. Maybe I'll add one kind of on its side like that over here. You can just add it to the side of that. And maybe facing up. Oh, that's even cute. Just on the side so you can see the stalks on some of them. So I'll cure that. I think this is coming along nicely, and I might end up using all the broccoli. This is a very realistic plate for me. I am a veggie lover. I love veggies. So let's do a smaller one. I think I'm gonna scooch that in there. And I feel like one needs to go right there. So maybe I will save these two, which is like hardly anything, but actually, how about I just rub some resin on that guy and then just stick them there. Gives it a little bit of dimension, I think. Here is the final product. I think this is really cute. Like I've stated several times in this video, the gravy on the meatloaf is slightly throwing me off because I've never seen it or ate it that way. But it's completely possible that I'm a weirdo and that's how most people eat it. But I like these plates that have, you know, like dinner foods on them, and we've never seen the broccoli before. They did a great job with the broccoli. So I'm loving that. I hope they do more of that. I think next I'm going to do the pad thai, because that's probably my second favorite, just going off of the checklist. So I'm going to try to do them in the order of which ones are my favorite. I also did order Minecraft and Christmas Krispy Kreme, so lots of new stuff coming. But let's take a look at that vase, because I think it's done curing. Slightly nervous for this. So I used the gravy, that red I showed you. Just trying to make sure nothing looks wet. And then a darker red, because I ran out of those two. Sometimes the center's a little wet. Oh, I think this one, it might be, I can't tell. That's interesting. It definitely looks like, it reminds me of those caramel apple suckers, but obviously those are green. So if they were red, like a red apple with caramel, that's kind of what it's giving. I feel like it looks way better in person than it does on the camera, but pretty cute. Maybe I'll show my entire vase collection if you guys care real quick. If not, you could skip along, but let me go grab them real quick. I've been busy, I tell you. So this one has some clear with brown and that caramel color. This one was like a little bit of caramel, but then mainly dark. Kind of reminds me of like a cold brew or coffee. So clear, white, and brown are very common themes in my resin collection. So this one makes me laugh. I kept saying it reminded me of like the fancy goldfish, and someone recently commented, "You mean koi fish?" Yep, that's what I was thinking. But there are such things as fancy goldfish, and they do kind of look like koi fish. So I think my brain was on two different tracks there, but both very accurate. This one's cool, a couple different shades of pink. And then I totally went through that phase where I did everything white and then just picked like a solid color to put with it. So we did blue, we did yellow, we did pink, we did some more clear with like a little bit of red. This one's like a smoky looking one. Then we did brown and pink. A lot of these are reminding me of like, what was it, like 70s decor? Did another pink. The black one that I just threw and the blue one are probably my favorite. This one had a couple air bubbles on the outside, but still looks cool. Then we had a pink, white, and yellow one. So tons of seashell vases. I might sell these. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing with all these, but they're fun to make and a good way to get rid of the resin safely. So that's what I have for you today. Hope you enjoyed my collection and my meatloaf. Stay tuned if you want to see pad thai and Minecraft and all that fun stuff. Thanks so much for watching. Bye, guys.